Hello, this is Ryan Woodward recording for Intel's Digital Logic course, Lab 1, Part 3. And in this lab, we needed to extend what we built in Part 2 to Part 3. So originally in Part 2, we built a basic 2-to-1 multiplexer, and in this part, we leveraged that, and we basically extended that to be a 2-bit wide 4-to-1 multiplexer. And we did that by, although it says behavior, in my architecture, it is a structural model. And we do that by declaring a component here called 2-to-1 mux, which is based off that code that we wrote in part 2. And we declare that, and we make those ports the same as they were in the 2-to-1 mux, A, B, select, and Y. And then we have the architecture towards the bottom where we have the mux that compares UV and it uses select 1 and it sends C1, which is our standard logic, out. This is the intermediate signal we declared, and it does that for mux 2 with WX and C2. And then mux 3, we essentially bring C1, C2, S2, and C3 together. And the final output will be C3. That's the intermediate signal there. And similarly, we do that in Verilog below, where we declare an intermediate rather than we saying signal here. We have wire in Verilog, and we have our same inputs, the two select switches, and our output M. And we can see that it's essentially, although it's just a different syntax, where we have mux : 2-to-1 mux, we have 2-to-1 mux, mux 1, mux 2, mux 3, and this will produce the exact same result as the VHDL. All right, and here will be a demo of that. All right, and here is our 2-bit wide 4-to-1 multiplexer. So regarding the switches, we have U, V, W, and X. Then we have selector switch 1 and 2, and then we have our output M to this LED here. And because none of the selector switches are high, only U will display currently. So if we were to flip W, we see nothing. If we were to flip V or X, we'd see nothing still. Only X shows with that. But if we were to flip the first switch high, we'll see W allow us to go high and nothing else. All right, and then if we switch 2 high, we will see V go high and nothing else, and so on. But if we have both of the selector switches high, we will see X go high, and then nothing else. All right, that's it for this one.